Hello, everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Listen, if you're a parent, a tutor, or a student navigating the 11+ entrance exams, you already know. You absolutely know how overwhelming the prep can be. It's intense. But today, we're looking at Applaa to see how taking all that preparation into a highly structured digital environment can totally change the game. We're going to walk step by step through their platform to see exactly how it functions as the ultimate digital solution for 11+ mock testing. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is the exact start-to-finish user journey we'll be taking today. First, the home dashboard. Second, setting your path. Third, exam disciplines. And finally, number 4, inside a mock test.
Section 1, the home dashboard.
What strikes you right away here is the clean visual organization. I mean, there are zero distractions. Everything is just beautifully compartmentalized into clear, color-coded tiles. You've got your practice and quizzes sitting there in blue, AI encoding in purple, and various AI assistants neatly arranged below. But the real gateway for us, the place where that 11+ prep begins, is right there in that prominent green tile, the Learning Academy.
Section 2, setting your path.
Before we even get into the specific 11+ path, I just have to give you a sense of the scale we're dealing with here. Over 36,000. That is the massive, almost unbelievable bank of practice questions available across all subjects on the platform. To put that into perspective, it's such a staggering amount of data that a student can practice consistently day in and day out without constantly running into the exact same questions over and over again. It's a huge advantage. Once inside the Learning Academy, you're presented with a whole variety of educational milestones, which brilliantly illustrates how the platform grows with the student. But right at the top left, you just click on the dedicated 11+ entrance path, which instantly filters out all the noise so you can focus solely on grammar and prep school exams. And the moment you select that path, the user interface immediately adapts to your personalized 11+ Entrance Academy dashboard. The top banner turns this really focused, calming green to confirm your selection. And check out the Your Progress section right below that. It's specifically tracking that the user has 6 lessons done and 5 practice questions completed. Now, this isn't just about throwing data at you. It's pure psychology. Seeing that continuous tracker actively keeps students motivated and gives them a really clear sense of forward momentum. Section 3, exam disciplines. So the platform strictly enforces the traditional 11+ parameters. Verbal and nonverbal reasoning give you exactly 50 minutes to get through 40 questions, while maths and English push that to 60 minutes. Getting into the rhythm of these strict time-to-question ratios is absolutely vital before you ever click that launch button. Now, what's really interesting about this setup is how clearly the interface visually separates your study modes. On the left side, you've got these brightly colored buttons: purple for verbal, orange for nonverbal, blue for maths, green for English, and those are your low-stakes practice buttons. But then, over on the right, you have the white mock test launch buttons. It's a really smart design that completely separates a casual, everyday study space from the high-stakes, timed exam environment. Okay, so let's do a really rapid, energetic recap of the user journey so far. Step 1, you log into the main dashboard. Step 2, you enter the Learning Academy. Step 3, you select your specific 11+ entrance path. And Step 4, you choose your discipline and launch the mock test. Boom! It's this incredibly seamless, logical flow straight from the home screen right into the exam environment.
Section 4, inside a mock test.
All right, it's time to step right into the shoes of a student and tackle this together. Are you ready to actually test your own nonverbal reasoning? Let's engage with some real logic puzzles, exactly as they appear in the system. So here we are inside the actual mock test interface. Imagine that timer ticking down in the top right corner, adding that essential element of real-world exam pressure. Let's look at question 1. We have a visual sequence, a small light triangle, which then becomes a medium-dark triangle, which then becomes a large light triangle. So what logically follows in this blank space? If you scan the multiple choice options below, what is your brain telling you the answer should be? Well, if you look closely at the sequence, the logic reveals itself beautifully, actually. The pattern rule is twofold. First, the size of the triangle increases step by step, small, then medium, then large. Second, the shading alternates with every single step, light, then dark, then light again. This perfectly demonstrates how the platform tests fundamental sequential reasoning, demanding that the student track multiple changing variables at the exact same time. Let's move along and see how this builds in complexity with question 2, which is a 2x2 matrix. On the top left, we have a solid right-pointing arrow. On the top right, that middle line becomes dashed. Now below that, we have a solid left-pointing arrow. Take just a second to consider the options A through D. What logically completes that bottom right cell? The absolute key here is extrapolating the rule. The exact relationship we see in the top row must be applied to the bottom row. So the top row shows a solid arrow transforming into an arrow with a dashed middle line. Therefore, our solid left-pointing arrow in the bottom row must also transform into a left-pointing arrow with a dashed middle line. Finding that missing piece is a classic 11+ skill, and it is presented here with crystal clarity. So, what does this all mean? Why does all this specific digital practice matter? Well, it's because of this quote right here. Navigating the digital test interface smoothly is just as critical as mastering the subject matter itself. Practicing these specific logic puzzles within the exact digital UI we've just toured is a massive advantage. Think about it. If a student is fumbling with where to click or getting anxious about a digital timer on exam day, they are burning valuable cognitive energy. By using a platform that exactly mirrors the structured, timed, digital testing environment, you are building immense student confidence and perfecting their pacing. I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. As entrance exams and standardized tests around the world move relentlessly toward digital formats, we really have to ask ourselves, is traditional paper practice still enough for your 11+ journey? Seeing the structured layout, the immediate feedback, and the simulated pressure of a platform like Applaa certainly makes a highly compelling case for the digital advantage. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, keep practicing, and I'll catch you next time.